Hi, Amy Sansaver here, Corporate Marketing Director with Edgewood, here to give you a little overview of how to get connected to our Facebook pages. Whether you're new here or just coming for a refresher, we are going to give you some basic Facebook tips. So first step is if you do not have access to your community page, you will email somebody from our corporate marketing team and they will help you get connected through your Edgewood email. You do have to have a personal Facebook page to be connected. It is run through that, so it's not a separate business page, username, or password. It just runs right through your personal Facebook page. So let's get started, and I'll share my screen to give you kind of how it all works. All right, so you will see my personal Facebook page because this is how we will get you connected. And then once you are in, you'll receive an email from Edgewood or from Facebook to your Edgewood Healthcare email, and that will ask you to push accept into your business Facebook page. Once you're in, you will see kind of through your personal Facebook page a drop down here, and this is how you'll find your community Facebook page. I have a lot because I'm connected to all of them, but you should just have one page up here. So if we wanted to go to like Edgewood Sartell, you would be able to click that and you transfer over to their page. You can see here now you are interacting as Edgewood Sartell with this icon here rather than your personal profile icon that you probably saw in the previous Leo. Once you're in here, this is kind of all of the pages that I like. So this would be your Facebook feed, just like your personal account. To actually start interacting, we will go into their Facebook page, and then this is their business view. If you get here and you do not see this icon and it still is your personal profile, there will be a button right here that says switch. And so you don't have to start over. It will easily be able to switch you into this business profile just from this standpoint as well. So as we look at our page, we really want to remember that this is kind of the audience's first impression. So maybe they don't know you, or maybe they're coming to literally like you because their family member just moved in, but we want them to get the impression that they've either made a good choice or they're going to make a good choice. So what we want is that this icon here is always of your Edgewood emblem. So it's the tree logo so that people can easily identify that they've reached the right page and that it's not something that you've created. So we have templates that you can choose from. They're holiday themed, different colors, etc. But this way the logo is equally proportioned. And so we want this to stand right out. Your header photo here should always resemble something that's life inside your building. So what your residents are doing, or maybe residents and employees. Those things are totally okay. What we don't want to see here is kind of like photos of outside of your community or your building sign. That doesn't give the warm and fuzzies that people really are coming to see here as they land on your page. As you scroll down, this information over here is all about you. So one thing that we'll really want to make sure is that if you've just started and maybe you are helping take over the page, that the contact information is all correct. So that they have the right web links, the phone numbers, the addresses, and then there's normally a email included on here as well. The other part is that these are your tabs up here to also toggle through to fill in other information or make sure it's all accurate. Once you're on here, this is how you create a post. So you'll go here, say today is amazing. And anytime that we make a post, we always want to include a photo or a video with it. So whether it's of residents or our employees, we want to make sure that we include something in them. And then we always want to say, kind of build the why behind it. So our CNAs take the time to care for our residents. Something like that, just to kind of create that sense that we're always here helping them out. Maybe it's about an activity. So you can put in that why about what that activity would mean for them and why we're doing it for that day, or seeing the excitement from the residents. I'm obviously not going to post that, so we will exit that out. And as you scroll, you can kind of look in through your pages that the posts are being scheduled or posted. We do come to your page and we post blog posts. So those are automatic posts that will come through our company called Hootsuite. It's just an automatic post that comes from our blog. So you don't have to do anything with those. We just want those to land on your page. And then we'd like to say that in between blog posts, you're posting about 3-ish more times so that it kind of makes your feed flow and it's not just about what's on our corporate education page. So that is kind of like the basics of just like, we really want you to get out there and post. We want you to say something behind it. You can get a little bit more in depth depending on how much you want to utilize Facebook, but this is kind of like our expectation. Once you're on your page, you can also go into the Meta Business Suite. This is kind of like the other side of Facebook, I like to call it. And once you're in here, it gives you a little bit more options. This is if you would ever do an ad. This is where you'll find your invoices. If you want to schedule any posts, this is where you'll find that. If you want to look at analytics, how your page is doing, this is where you'll find those things as well. So once you're in here, the most thing that I like to go over is the plan. Sometimes you might have 3 events in the day, and those are the only events you can capture photos of. So you want to space out those posts, and that's a perfect idea. So what happens in here is that you would create the post and then attach whatever photos and videos. You can write your text. And this is your scheduling option. So you select this, and then you can move the date to whatever, and then whatever time that you are hoping for. One of the things that's important here is that, yes, we really want you to focus on the number of posts throughout the month, but that doesn't mean to post them all in one day. So we do really hope that you do space them out, whether it's every 2 days, depending on the amount of posts that you can handle for the week. All right, I'm going to cancel that as well. The other thing in here would be your ads manager. So this is if you want to boost anything, make a campaign, anything like that. That does come from your community budget, but those are things that our team can also help you with. And then in your all tools, this is also where you get your billing and invoices down here. We do go over your ad account in another video, so feel free to watch that once you start to get into boosting any of your posts. One more part of Facebook is that it's really important that we are posting the correct items and posting them in the correct way. So from your page, if you would ever have an event or inviting people into the community from the public, we want you to make it as a Facebook event rather than posting a flyer to your page. We've really seen engagement and awareness be far more spread than when you have them through the Facebook groups or event group rather than posting it to your page. Facebook loves to keep you on Facebook the whole time, and when they see an unengaging post like a flyer, they kind of ding it because there's just too many words on it for people to comprehend. So the events is a good way to get out that information. So that is through your More tab, and you will see some events in here now, and you can go to the Create Event button. You'll always want to change the header. This just kind of identifies that, hey, something else is happening besides, and this kind of then gets mixed into your feed. Otherwise, because it's the same photo as your header image. So you would edit and upload a new photo. If you are having an event and you create one of our event template flyers, we do have event photos that can go in here. You just email over to our team and say, I've created this event. I need an image for Facebook, and we can get back to you right away. Your event name could be open house. You would select the date, the time, and then you can select an end date and the time. Obviously, probably on the same day, and just moving it a couple hours later. Normally it's in person that your address appears, and then the details. And this is where you can say everything, and that's why we say that the flyer information doesn't need to go in here. So you would say like, join us for an open house on December 5th. And to our community. Whatever other details that you need. If you want to RSVP, if you want to let them know that there'll be a door prize, anything like that, you can include in this information. The co-host part is the next thing I like to highlight. If this is going to be maybe with like a healthcare services side or maybe the senior center, this is where you can add co-hosts. If you are kind of combining in an event, this is a great way for it just to reach a different audience because it's going to reach now like the people that like their pages and not just yours without even putting any money behind it. So this is a good way to get your event a little bit more out there. And from there, I just go to create event, and then it will populate to your page and into your events. It automatically goes to your page from there, so you don't have to share it to your page. But if you say make it 3 weeks in advance and you want to go and share it again to your page, you can do that. So you can go into the event and share from here. And it will just go right into your Facebook feed and then go on to other Facebook feeds as well. And from there, that kind of gives you an exact way of how to utilize your Facebook and kind of our purpose. If you have any other questions, please let us know and we can easily help you along the way. Thanks so much.